I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Let's go. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much. We're back. Guys, I'm back. We're back. I'm back with another Peti Kish on live. We're doing a special one today. I usually do this in the afternoon, but we're doing it live right now on a tonight stream. So I want to check everything before we start, if everything's okay, because I was moving things around here and there. So hopefully everything is good on my side. Hopefully. I'm not expecting much because I have a lot of a delay right now. I'm not expecting a lot because what is happening, guys, is I won't be doing a stream this Friday. I already posted that on the YouTube community posts. I have it on there. I won't be this Friday because I'm busy with family things for Thanksgiving. So I was like, okay, I want to do it today, get it over with, get the stream going, try to find some topics to talk about. There is a lot here, but I'm going to zoom through them a lot because I don't have much time on my hands right now. I am very, very busy at the moment. And it's just a lot right now on my plate. So everything, I'm checking the stream right now. It's okay. It's a little fuzzy at moments. It's probably going to hiccup with the internet on and off. It is what it is. I can't fix that, guys, but it's just what we have to work with today. Okay, so it's a Tuesday going into a Wednesday pretty much soon. So what we're going to go through is we have some fast topics. But before we do anything besides that, guys, go into anything that I'm going to talk about today, you're going to have to like the stream, guys. Like the stream, sub if you're new here. I appreciate it. We talk about all the entertainment, pulp culture, gaming, movies, TV shows, all sorts of things like that on here, guys. If you like what I do on here, please, I would appreciate a like. It really helps the algorithm, but it helps if there's some movement going on these streams as well as, you could check out other videos I've made myself on here and a bunch of other things, which I'm going to go through actually right now. So let me see what I can go through here because there's a lot of new things that just came up recently, guys. If you haven't seen it, we have an update on the logo itself. So what I've done is over the weekend, I have created. Let me try to figure this out. Okay, am I still here? Am I still live? I think so. I think I'm still here. I should be here. Okay, I'm still here. Okay, cool. So what I figured out is I'm just going to bring up my channel real quick. No, I don't want to click on that. Okay. Fuck. How am I going to show you this? I'll zoom in. Okay, I'll zoom in. Okay, we got that. Okay. So I'll show you guys what I mean by the channel. So you can see I changed the logo. I had this logo since I don't want to say the very beginning of my channel, but it's been with me for years. That logo, we always had the same logo that you see now actually on the stream. I haven't changed it. I'm still changing some things up, changing some intros, changing some outros, a bunch of things has been changed on and out on the channel. So what is going on is we have the new sleek, fast, retro style kind of logo. And I like it. I like it a lot. I was experimenting with different kinds of logo. And, I like the sleek look of it. I have my personal, what is the colors I use for this, the red, white, and green. You can say Christmas, but it is because of my Hungarian heritage. So I'd like to put that in there, as well as the bird itself. Some people will say it's an eagle. Some people say it's a hawk. Some people say it's a falcon. It's almost like a mix of both. It's a mix of like all three of those almost, if you think about it, because what happened is I'm trying to figure out, I'm experimenting with AI a bit more. I've been trying to do different things here. And yes, you can be super creative with AI. That's why I like the things you can do. It's just the things that is not good for AI. The things I'm doing with AI is more creative, I would say, and it's more, it is pretty hard because you're going to have to put in the right words or typing, because sometimes the AI would do hiccups here and there, but sometimes they do a really good job. So I'm not a hater of AI. Like, I know Poggy and me, I had on the show. We had this talk about AI. Me and him said, we don't hate AI. We don't hate it. It's pretty cool. But there are things for creative liberties that you can do if you're doing something, especially in art or something like that. So what happened is, so this is the stream right now. So if I go into posts, I just posted because what's his name? It's going to be Thanksgiving. And as well to all you guys, happy Thanksgiving to you guys. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. If you're spending it, you're spending it by yourself, or you're spending with your family, friends, members, your loved ones, anyone, I hope you have a good one. I really do. I'll spend as much as you can with your loved ones, because time will tell when they'll be gone, and then you'll be like, oh shit, I should have spent time with them before they're gone, kind of deal. So the happier days, So what I've been doing is, here's the logo, and let's open it up right now real quick. Internet's being weird. So there it is. The anime style of a 90s, kind of like an early 2000s 90s style, more in the essence of a Black Lagoon. So I have this pic. If you guys know this pic, I have it all over an X. I have it all over on my other socials. I had this pic of myself with the mug, and I had the Hollywood sign crossed out in the back. Well, they literally did that. And it's awesome. They even has the logo on the mug. The sun is coming up. The waves are coming in with the water, the ocean, the horizon, the flat horizon. The sun is shining. A brand new day is upon me. And we're going to relax. And you had to have the sunglasses. And then this sexy, I love this icon. I don't know why. This logo, it's so sexy. It gives me like Top Gun vibes for sure. I thought it was amazing. So I went with this, and I was like, it turned out really good. And I think it did good. I know sometimes some people always say, oh, AI, again, it's just AI slop. There's like a lot of AI slop out there. But there's actually some good AI out there. I've watched a lot of good like fan-made stuff with AI, and it's really good. It's not like phenomenal, kind of deal where it's like, oh my God, this should be like a movie. It's good. It's good. I enjoy it. It's more enjoyable than anything Hollywood would make. That is not to the T, kind of story, especially fan movies, because the fans do it better. The fans do it better. They understand the source material. It's not like this random director or writer writes about this thing because he sees a couple of cutscenes and that's it, kind of deal. for something, for a game or a movie or a book or anything, kind of deal. There's some really good AI stuff out there. So it's not all AI slop. It's not. It's not. Also, I made some tracks now, so you guys can check it out. I have 4 new tracks I've did remixes for. If you guys check it out, I'm on the posts here. Check it out. You can go into my link tree down below, go on my SoundCloud, and you guys can check out all these tracks I just made. There's covers for these tracks. This one is a tribute mix of Resident Evil 1 1996, Long Lost Friend. This is the one with Chris and Jill. If you guys know the OG, this is the song that plays. So I just did it myself. See? Look at how good this looks. I don't know why. This is not bad, AI. Like, AI has been getting better and better over the years. It really has. And then this one is from Resident Evil 3. This is the well-dressed up boutique room music that plays in the OG Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. So this is another one. Jill's in her outfit. She's in the game, and she's trying to figure out if she's going to get the STARS uniform or, here's a little hint, the remake Jill. But I think she's liking the STARS uniform more than the remake, just top and jeans kind of style, which is pretty sick, because I personally like the STARS uniform Jill. That's my OG favorite character design for Jill. But I also like this tube top one too, the blue tube top. That's pretty cool with the skirt, And then we got Welcome, Stranger. We got the merchant himself. We have also the Resident Evil 4 Serenity drop. This is a really good theme. I've used it for a couple of things now, for like videos and stuff. This is a really banger one. I think this might be my favorite from all of them, or this one. This is the tribute track of Ada's theme from Resident Evil 2, 4, whatever. But I gave her literally the Resident Evil 4 look for Ada, looking a little, mysterious, but also sexy. That's what I was going for. So the song's a little sexy. A lot of saxophone, if you catch my drift. A lot of saxophone in there. This one's also pretty good. I think this one came out maybe the best. Not just image. The image is awesome too, with the RE4. Welcome, stranger. What are you buying? What are you selling? Ho, ho. Kind of deal. The blue light, everything. Very eerie, creepy. That's what I was going for, eeriness for this track. Each of the tracks are a little different. This one's more like jazzy, funky, a lot of also synths in it. This one's more like a lo-fi hip hop, but with the ambience of it. Also synths in it. I use a lot of synths because I'm a big fan of synth music kind of deal. And then this one is just full on like violin, piano. Could be a nice beat. A lot of these are synth to it. And this one is like a mixture of a lot of them. Ambient as well, synth in it, and all of that. It's a mixture of almost all of these, to be honest. These three, and then the fourth one. So yeah, all of them are Resident Evil themed because I'm getting pumped for Resident Evil 9 Requiem. That's what we're gonna also talk about today. So that's pretty much it. We got a new logo. I got a new logo. I got a new profile pic. Now we're using a new banner, splash, backsplash, and we have 4 new tracks for you guys to check out on my SoundCloud as well. So there are tons of stuff I've been trying to work with. Videos, not yet. I've been working at one video. I don't know if I should just show you and then upload it later. It's more just, if you think about it, it's just AI. It's just, I think it's better if it's more of like a dono. I want to use it for like a dono, if, like a donation, if that's possible. If anyone wants to donate, I might play the clip. because if you like Resident Evil, you're going to like this. Trust me. Kind of deal. Might just post it as a short, don't know, but it's an AI kind of thing with Resident Evil. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. You guys can check that out. A lot of things. See, this is the old logo right now on the bottom of the screen. You could see it right next to the movie theater where it's playing the game. This was the old logo. This was the logo I used for a long time. And I think it was a nice upgrade. It was time to upgrade, time to change it up a bit, do something a bit different. And I like it. I don't hate it at all. I think it's pretty good. But yeah, that's all I want to bring up. I think we should just get into the topics ahead, guys, because there's going to be a ton to talk about. So let's do fast topics real fast. I don't want to linger too long with some of these topics, guys. I really don't, because I am very busy at the moment, and it would be great. Yo, this is so funny. I want to show this. I just found this, and I just literally thought about it. If you guys are celebrating Thanksgiving with people, you know, the food, the talking points, you know, this happens in every Thanksgiving here and there, but this is so funny. I had to bring this up. I laughed so hard when I saw this clip. I don't know. It's so relatable in some ways. Now pass me the gravy. America memed. So let's zoom in. So this is her. Don't get drunk and talk about politics at Thanksgiving. Me after a sip of water. And this is what happened.
I will go to hell before I sit here and I watch this country and the world turned over to these savages. I'm done, I'm pissed, and I'm not putting up with it anymore. You Satanists want to sacrifice the West. You want to kill the beautiful goddess that is the West. You people are enemies, and we're going to get your asses, and we know what you're up to, and we're coming for you. So I've had enough of these people. Okay, so I've been containing this for the last week. That's why I've been in here sweating, getting pissed. I will.
Oh my God, this is so funny. He's getting so red, dude. He's so into it. He's so down for it. Oh my God, it's so funny. I don't know. I laugh so hard. It's so good. Alex Jones memes are the best, but it's so true. It's so true, dude. Like, you know, it's gonna get heated when that happens. It's better to just shut up and just, you know, be quiet and just eat kind of deal, you know? It's so funny, though. So funny. Oh, my gosh. I just had to share that. That was so good. Oh, my God. The Alex Jones memes are great. They always pop off. They're so funny. They're so funny. But you know what's not funny? I'll show you. This might be actually a bit cringe. Not gonna lie. This is pretty weird. Here we go.
Your game of the year.
Here we go. There we go. From Pirate Nation. Even Erika Ishii thinks Ghost of Yotei wasn't snubbed another game. Should win Game of the Year this year. So Erika Ishii went on this some sort of talking point thing. I don't know if this might be for something. I don't know what's in the background. But they're gearing up for the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley's Game Awards. And Erika Ishii is the voice of that character, I forgot what her name is, in Ghost of Yotei. And people are like, Ghost of Yotei got snubbed for Game of the Year. Well, apparently even the actress doesn't care about Ghost of Yotei. And then again, she is a weirdo. Let's just say it. She is pretty weird. You know. But she is excited. She likes this game besides Ghost of Yotei, and she's excited. But at the same time, she is a weird person. Not gonna lie, she is pretty weird.
What would be your game of the year?
Blueprints, game of the year, baby. Hands down. All the other games, I'm so sorry, but it's Blueprints all day, every day. 300 days in, and I'm still discovering secrets. Blueprints!
So Claire Obscure.
I love that. That one's great. Claire Obscure's great. It's a great game.
I'm not sure that you like blueprints. I'm not sure that came across really, so...
Oh, boy.
What would be your game of the year?
Oh.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Holy shit.
No!
Dude, Erika Ishii's so cringe. A lot of these voice actors, like some of them are pretty good, and some of them are so cringe. That's a lot of actors, though. But in the gaming industry, there's some really cringe people, too. So, yeah, she loves blueprints, and she's still finding secrets about it. Game of the year. Not Ghost of Yotei. Then she's the main character in Ghost of Yotei. Nope. Erika Ishii said nope. Even though she has some weird stances I see online, and she's really unlikable in some areas. The things she said, ooh. You know, it's better. It's like that. It's like we don't care what you do, you know, in the background. You're a voice actor. You should maybe have a little, you know, a little bit more respect and more, I don't know, something about it to make it feel like you actually feel like important. But for some reason, she took the mic from her, literally almost the whole mic, and she went like ape shit. It was so cringe. I don't know. It was just a little too much. I think it was just a little too much. Maybe you could have been more clear, meaning you should have been more, maybe a little bit more toned down a bit. You know, be a little bit more elegant in a way. Because people are looking at you and be like, what the hell is this shit? You know, kind of deal. Oh my gosh, the memes are crazy. The memes are like, holy shit, that's insane. That's so funny. That's crazy. Yeah, that was a little cringe. Let's get out of the cringe. We don't want to see the cringe. We're good with the cringe. But you know what else kind of sucks, though? Besides that cringe? Here we go, guys. This is not good. This is not good. The cringe was not good, but this is worse. So, here we go, guys. Pirate Nation posted this. RAM prices guaranteed in just 2 months. A PS5 Pro is now cheaper than a fucking DRM. AM. It's over. It's so fucking over, bros. Look at this shit. Look at this. Holy shit. There's some other RAMs probably that are cheaper, but like $989.97. Oh my god, dude. It's almost $1,000 right there. And the PS5 Pro is $650. I'm guessing these are like Black Friday sales or something. But these are not looking too good, dude. It's about to be a white Christmas for Sony. Yikes. But yeah, RAM is going up, apparently. We had problems with CPUs. We had problems with GPUs. Now it's the RAM. Holy shit, we are cooked. Look at this one. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
My goodness. That's not good. That's not good. Stuff is going up. Everything's going up. What is going on? People say it's tariffs. I don't think it is fully to be tariffs. I think just everything wants to be greedy. Everything's going up because everything needs to go up. Could be also inflation too. But we also have this going up. Look at this. Xbox price increase could be coming just in time for Christmas, and it's thanks to OpenAI. What? Huh? Let's read a little bit into it. It looks like Xbox is going to see a price increase very soon. According to a new leaks about the increased difficulty in securing memory disks, plus some information from former Blizzard producer Mark Kern. Oh, again here with Grumps? It's always Grumps, dude. Every time. But whatever. A couple of months ago, OpenAI signed a long-term deal with Samsung and SK Hynix to buy vast amounts of RAM, specifically DRAM wafers, to supply their data centers, of which they are building 2 more in South Korea. Okay, accounts are OpenAI wants to secure 900,000 semiconductors wafers in 2029, which is worth over 70 billion. Okay, so that's 40% of total DRM output. So the RAM is going up because of this AI thing. Okay. I don't know why they need so much RAM, but they do, apparently. This helps them. In a new video, online leakers Moore's Law Dead claims to have spoken with the contacts with DRM, supply, and manufacturing, all of whom told him that a rumor going around in those circles says that Samsung and SK Hynix didn't know about how big such others deals with OpenAI were, nor now simultaneously they would be kicked off. The shortage was gone so bad that according to one of Moore's Law, is Dad's contract is retail. A memory storage company asked retail if it could buy back some of its RAM. And other retailers are being told they may not receive RAM order until December 2026. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
So a whole year? This is not December 2025. This is December 2026. Others are reporting this as well. Damn. Yo, I'm trying to build a PC and RAM is going to be like this? Fuck. That sucks. That absolutely sucks.
Huh?
No!
That sucks. But yeah, this is why Xbox is going to increase their price again. Dude, Xbox can't catch a break. There's no way Xbox can recover from all this all the time. It's just constant. It's constant problems with Xbox, but also with these price hikes. They're insane. They're absolutely insane. But this one might be a moneymaker for Xbox after all. Because this is what Xbox needs right now. Xbox reveals new special edition Crocs.
Oh my God! Hey yo, what the fuck?
Holy shit.
Yup, you heard it right. Look at these Crocs, boys. Look at them. There's literally a controller with a stick on it. There's the button layout, a Y, A, B, X. There you go. You can press the buttons, and you can wear these Crocs. Your shoes are now an Xbox. A new collaboration between Xbox and footwear brand Crocs has been announced, and it's one for the 2000s kids. With the 20th century anniversary of the Xbox 360. Dude, it's been 20 years since the Xbox 360. Let that sink in. This is officially, the 360 is now retro. If it's 20 years old, it's usually retro. 10 is not. It's getting close. But 20 is officially retro. So the 360 is now retro. That is insane, dude. Holy moly. And like during the 360 era, if you look back at the original NES, that was a retro now because it was 20 years. Now the NES is way older than that. And now the 360 is retro. That's crazy. That's crazy, but that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. Has been a bit quiet in terms of celebration. Over the weekend, many outlets like Insider Gaming did a list of consoles, blah, 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 and the shoes. So how much do you think these are going to cost? Xbox X Crocs drops November 25th. So it's today, I guess. and you can already order them. They're probably going to be sold out like super fast. If you're an Xbox fanboy, or if you just enjoy the old school Xbox, you're probably going to like this. But at the same time, I'm not a Crocs guy, really. Like, I don't hate them, but I don't like them either. They're not like, I'm like in between Crocs. But like, okay, like this doesn't really change. Oh, it's $80. Okay. $80 for these Crocs. The collaboration is starting sales on November 25th and will cost $80. If the controller Crocs are too expensive, you can get limited edition Xbox Jibbits, which include designs from Fallout, Halo, and League of Legends. Well, I'd rather have a Croc with Master Chief on and stuff, but get his shoes, his big-ass boots. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up real quick. That's pretty insane, though. That's pretty insane. You know what else is insane? Check this out. Netflix Assassin's Creed series casts Euphoria's actor as lead. I didn't even know they're making a new Assassin's Creed. I remember watching that movie that came out a few years ago, and it was complete dog shit. It wasn't good at all. But Netflix is making a series. Okay. So they got the Euphoria actor as the lead. The upcoming Netflix live-action adaptation of Assassin's Creed has cast a co-lead for the show. Furthermore, it's an actor whose resume includes projects like Euphoria and The Bike Riders. Okay. I gotta still watch Bike Riders. I heard that was a good movie. It wasn't like too good, but it was pretty decent. It came and went. It's just forgettable, I'm watching a lot of movies right now in general, which you should definitely check out my reviews on Criticlist. Every movie I watch, I do a review on Criticlist, so check that out, guys. It's on my link tree down below. You can check that out. But let's see. Assassin's Creed series of games have been going strong since 2007. Holy shit. This one's also going to be almost 20 years old, right? No. Yes. In like 2 years, it'll be 20 years old. That's crazy. Spanning eras of history. Okay, so what is First Class X-Men, Michael Fassbender. Yeah, he was one of the characters. I remember, yes. Toby Wallace to co-lead Netflix Assassin's Creed series. The actor Toby Wallace is set to co-create Netflix's series. What? An actor? That's crazy. While no date of the story was announced, it's stated that he will be series regular, even more so. The report says the filming will occur in Italy, which may serve as the main setting. Okay, so they're just going to straight up do Ezio. That would be interesting, an Ezio adaptation for live for Assassin's Creed. That would be interesting. That's probably my favorite assassin from all the Assassin's Creed is Ezio. Ezio Auditore. Toby Wallace is a fairly new actor, only having a new big role under his belt, like the Bike Riders and Eden. Oh, I think I know who that was in Eden. I just watched Eden, so yeah. In the new season of HBO's Euphoria, he was also in that. So yeah, they're making apparently a TV series for Netflix for Assassin's Creed. I did not know about this. I did not know about this at all. Let's see. Where am I? Okay. But they're also making another Ubisoft property into a TV series. We got Far Cry TV series coming to FX and Hulu from It's Always Sunny and Alien Earth creators. What?
Huh?
Who asked for this? Like, yeah, I could see Far Cry. Like, I remember watching that German director, forgot what his name, something Brun or something. He made a Far Cry movie back in the day. I remember I watched it. It wasn't the best, to be honest, but it was something, you know. It was something. It felt like from its era, it felt like one of those like 90s like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter movies. Almost felt like that. It was based on the first game, Far Cry, which was probably the most interesting, to be honest. Later down the line, it got more grounded, but I think Far Cry as a concept, it was really cool because it had some interesting mystery to it too. There was some sort of anomaly in it that wasn't just you go in here, take down these mercenaries and blah, and then you find out there's like a lab and there's like these sort of like predator creatures running around and stuff. It was kind of insane. Far Cry has been one of Ubisoft's top video game franchises for some time. Yeah, but it deviated so much. That was the problem with me with Far Cry. I think Far Cry 1 was a good game, and I wish they would do actually a nice remake of it. But the thing is, everything else after that, it was grounded. Yeah, it was okay. 2, I wasn't a big fan of. And then 3, I think, boosted up more. I think 3 was a better game. But after that, I didn't really care about Far Cry, really. But I guess some people do. And now it's coming to FX as an anthology TV series. Anthology? Oh my goodness. So they're going to do seasons of each... Wait, so they're going to do each game for each season? Or I don't even know how that's going to work. How is an anthology of Far Cry going to work? I can't see that happening. So that the Far Cry TV series is being developed by Noah Hawley and Rob Mack, formerly Rob Macarine, the latter of whom will also star in the show. There's no more casting information right now or much information of any kind other than that, according to a post on that official Far Cry X account. It will not be based on any of the stories from the video games. Okay. So I was speculating that it could be like each season is its own game from the story, but it's not. Okay. So it's its own thing. But we'll have new characters and new settings, which is similar to the games. Are all standalone stories, albeit with hints that they exist in the same universe. What? That's so confusing. So they're in the same universe, but they're not part of the same games that came out. They're not the same stories, but they're in the same universe. What? It's like, okay, so it's Far Cry-esque storytelling, I guess, but it won't be in the Far Cry universe, or it is. I don't know. It's so confusing. So it's just Far Cry, but its own style. Let's just say it's Far Cry, but not Far Cry, right? It has the feel of Far Cry, but it's none of the games that you remember as Far Cry. That's what the Zach Kreger's doing with that Resident Evil. It feels like Resident Evil, but it's not Resident Evil. Like, it has the feel of it, but it has none of the characters. It only has the city, Raccoon City, and that's pretty much it. And everything else feels like the games. It's like, it's not hard to, actually copy these games and actually make them a movie. Like this game, Far Cry 1, this could be like a Terminator or a Predator movie, or like a First Blood, I can't think of his name. Rambo, like a Rambo kind of movie style, or like a Predator. It could be like that, but it probably won't be. It'll be something else. Its own anthology series, which is weird, but yeah, that's Far Cry TV series coming out. So we got Assassin's Creed on Netflix, and we have Far Cry on FX/Hulu. Okay, wow. That's a lot to take in there. A lot go through there. We got more, though. More series are coming out. If you're a fan of Game of Thrones or House of Dragon, well, George R.R. Martin says more games Yeah, Games of Thrones. Game of Thrones, but okay. More like Song of Ice and Fire, but okay. Games of Thrones, prequels, and even some sequels in development. Why?
Holy shit.
Why are we getting all these different spin-offs, sequels, prequels, when frickin' he's not even done with the books yet? George R. R. Martin's still writing the books. He needs to finish 2 more, I think. And he's doing all this other things besides finishing the books. Yeah, it's pissing a lot of people off. This is why AI is going to take it over, and it's going to redo the story for fans that how it's done like themselves. So fans will interpret it for George R. R. Martin, because George R. R. Martin doesn't want to finish the books. And how the last season of Game of Thrones ended, it was absolutely absurd how bad it was. You know? So it's another way to actually show that the AI could actually fix this. Since Game of Thrones ended, HBO spin-offs have exploded Westeros past, but according to George R. R. Martin, some upcoming series will be sequels. I don't want a sequel. I don't care about Game of Thrones, what happens next, because it ended so poorly. So far, Game of Thrones, but House of Dragon was actually pretty good. I have to say, House of Dragon was actually good. I thought it would be a stinker, but it was actually pretty decent. The first season. I still haven't watched the second one. I heard it wasn't as good as the first season, but I will give it a try. So far, Game of Thrones has spawned House of the Dragon, which takes place 200 years before Game of Thrones and depicts a civil war within House Targaryen. House of the Dragon, based on Martin's Targaryen history book, Fire and Blood. There is also a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, based on the Dunk and Egg novels, set 90 years before the events of Game of Thrones. Okay, so this is not 200, this is 90. Okay, so there's another prequel. And following a wandering knight and his squire coming next year. Okay. But more is on the way, as the Iceland Noir is literally convenient held from December 12th and 15th. George R. R. Martin confirmed that these are from the only shows related to A Song of Ice and Fire, the series of fantasy novels on the horizon, which translate in the Seven Kingdoms. Martin said that there are other Game of Thrones spin-offs projects in development. Martin then specified that there are several in development, 5 or 6 series. Oh no, he's never going to finish the books. He's never going to finish Song of Ice and Fire. No. In addition to House of the Dragon and A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, and he's not developing them alone. As far as what their relation to Game of Thrones will be, Martin said, are prequels, there are some sequels. This notion of Game of Thrones sequels is somewhat surprising, given a controversy, that he didn't finish the book, but he's already ready for the sequel. Like, bruh, can't make this shit up. What the heck is going on? I don't care about a sequel when you haven't even finished Song of Ice and Fire. Let's be honest. What are you excited for a sequel that you don't even know what's going to happen at the very end of that main story? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, he's making stuff and he's not finishing his books. I don't know what happened. George R. R. Martin has lost it, dude. Has completely lost the point of making Game of Thrones or Song of Ice and Fire. So dumb. All right. We got more, though, here, guys. Valve reps talk Steam Machine pricing model will not sustain with Steam game sales. So I'm guessing the Steam machine won't affect the pricing of games. The games, if they're on sale, especially right now, you guys can go to get the Black Friday sale on Steam. There's tons of games on sale right now on Steam. And definitely check them out if you want. It's worth it. Even if you're just going to buy one or two, trust me, it's worth it. For $5, you know, some of these legendary games, it's worth it. It looks like Linus Sebastian of Linus Tech Tips was right about the Steam Machine pricing model. It's going to cost more than a video game console. Okay. We still don't know what the price is. My guess, I said the smaller one is going to be $600 and the bigger one's going to be $800. That's my guess. If it's more than that, I don't know. It's going to be pushing it, you know. Since it's a mini PC, it might be more. It might be $1,000. Last year, potential price of the Steam Machine. Valve is new edition of their old and failed gaming computer. Met with the Valve representative. Okay. Console pricing model. Cost. A machine price suggesting it should follow a console pricing cost of $500. Their reaction, which Sebastian described by saying the energy in the room wasn't great. Oh, that's not good. It might cost more than that. Recently, Valve produced designer Lawrence Yang and programming Pierre Loop Griffiths. I butchered their names. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to go as fast as I can with these because I want to get to the main topics. But this is interesting. Steam Machine will be priced in a relation to the current PC market. That's what I said. This is not a console. I hate all these things, these deceiving videos that come up on YouTube and everywhere else. I see, oh, Steam's going into the console market. No, they're not. It's a PC. Why is everyone calling this a console? It's not. Yeah, it looks like a console to you, but have you seen some mini PCs before? You know, they're not cube-shaped, obviously. They're a little rectangle-shaped. But still, they're small. There's mini PCs out there. Valve's Steam Machine will its Steam game sales. One of the basis, Sebastian said, that pricing model, saying it will instead be priced based on its performance level. He likened the Steam Machine in a customer building a PC from parts and gaming in basically the same level of performance. According to Griffins, Valve also considered the Steam Machine power level when determining a pricing, saying it will be more powerful than 70% of gaming PCs. What? Based on Valve's hardware survey. Interesting. I didn't think it's going to be that beastie. Huh. That's not too bad. While specific price, nothing that is, it's hard time to have a really good idea of what the price is going to be. So they don't know what the price is going to be. The Steam Machine will cost above $750, which means it will be more than a PlayStation 5 Pro. This is something, yeah. So, yeah, then I could be wrong about this because I said the cheapest is going to be around $600 and the expensive is going to be $800. This might be actually, the cheapest might be $800 and the expensive is going to be $1,000. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, it's just speculation right now, but it seems like it's if you're a console guy and you want to get into PC and you're scared of getting a PC, I think this is actually a really good substitute, to be honest. Cuz you can do stuff on this as like you do on a computer kind of deal. So this could be a really good start for PC people, if they really want to get into just PC gaming, but also just get a PC. This could work. So it's not a bad thing, actually. So this could be a competitor in the sense for PC market. It could be. But I don't think it's going to be. I think it's just going to be a niche thing that, people that are already in the Steam ecosystem, they're going to maybe, it's not like a necessary thing, but if you like, you can have it kind of deal, So people love options, and that's a good little thing they can do to give people what they want kind of deal, All right. Let's get to the next one here, guys. There's not really much, but we can get through these real quick. Check this out here, guys. This is crazy. PlayStation has made over $1 billion on Steam. Firm claims. Interesting. What do you mean? Sony's decision to release PlayStation games on Steam seems to be paying off. According to one analyst firm, that companies had made over $1.2 billion since it began, putting first-party games on the platform. In its latest report, goes into detail on the success of PlayStation Studios titles. They mentioned that the numbers comes after Valve's cut of sales taken into account. The firm says that according to their estimates, over $1.5 billion in revenue has been generated in total. Of that total, Sony received $1.2 billion, while Valve has come away with at least $350 million. For Valve's portion of the cuts, they take 30% of the sales initially. Once a game reaches 10 million in sales, that drops to 25%. After 50 million, it falls a bit number to 20%. Still, even with the profits that are going to Valve, Sony has to be pleased with what PlayStation games are generating on the platform.
Holy shit.
What have I said? You know what? The PC market is huge. And then now Sony, PlayStation, realizing how big it is. They made so much money, even with Steam having their own cut. They made a good amount. They made a good chunk. They're making so much on PC. And they're like, holy shit. Why can't we have this on our console platform? Why can't we have this? Because their software, hate them or not, they have some really good IPs out there. And they have some really good stuff. It's been lacking for Sony. It's been lacking, probably more better in the story department and gameplay a little bit too. It's getting a little bit, that third-person camera story game, style. It's getting a little old now. People like variety, like versatile, different things. But it seems like it's still selling really well on there, even with Valve doing their own cut, or Steam with their own cut. Now, this is what I was thinking of when I was reading this article. Do you think, this is just analysts, like just thinking about what would happen. Do you think Sony sees this now, big numbers, and they want the full cut, not just 30% that Valve took, but they want the full cut, all that money? Do you think they're going to start a Sony application on your PC? Only you can get the Sony games. I think it's going to be a subscription service, to be honest, of a Sony thing where you can buy the brand new games on PC through their service. They might have some games on there later on Steam, but on day one, you can get it on the PC application or whatever it's going to be, the launcher, on their own Sony PlayStation. And they will have a subscription service too, one or the other. I think that's going to be a reality we're going to see soon. I think Sony is going to have their own thing because they see that money and they see how big the PC market is. That's what Microsoft is doing. They don't care about their console market no more. Xbox, Microsoft, they're going for all PC and mobile and other places. They see that as a moneymaker for them. The thing is, their software is garbage. They don't have really good software games right now. That's the problem. But they see what's going on with the PC market rising. And Sony sees a little, wants a big pie of the market too. Sony wants that too, that money. So I wouldn't be surprised in a couple of years we see a launcher on Sony and we'll see that happen. Same with Nintendo. You think Nintendo's going to just see this, all this money go away and they're just going to be like, oh, only on Nintendo Switch? No, not just Nintendo Switch. They're going to have their own Nintendo launcher on PC. And you're going to be finally playing Super Mario on PC and Legend of Zelda. You just watch and see. Nintendo might be a little bit slower. I think Sony's going to jump the boat. They're going to jump in with it too, with like Microsoft's doing. But I think Nintendo will jump in the future when their Switch 2 sales are starting to lack. Which it's doing really well right now, but I think it's not going to hold it because the games are where it's at. And if the games are not, they're not good, or they're just getting a little bit too pricey, it's going to start falling. And Nintendo is going to have a problem with that. So we'll see that for the future because I don't see Nintendo doing too well with the Switch 2. Right now it's doing well, but let's see that in a year, in like a couple of months. How much will it rise? How much will it fall? Because I think it's going to start falling. I could be wrong. But I just have a feeling Switch 2 is not going to be as impactful as the Switch 1. I don't know. I just won't. But yeah, I just want to bring that up with Sony. But we have another one too because this is not going to be exclusive for Sony anymore. No more exclusivity for Sony. No more with Stellar Blade 2. It's going multi-platform. Hell yeah. Let's go. I said these guys should have been on PC already. They saw the numbers. They've said it before. They sold more than ever on PC than they did on console. They said that. So they did it, and they're doing it. They don't need Sony no more. They don't need PlayStation. According to a new requirement post, Shift Up is planning to make Stellar Blade 2 multi-platform. Furthermore, it may hint at a Stellar Blade coming to Xbox and Nintendo. That would be cool if it could run it. If you haven't played Stellar Blade, you are definitely heard of it. I've played it, and it's pretty fun. It's a really good... It's hard, but it's really good. It's a good game. And people say, oh, it's a Gooner game. Well, you can make it a Gooner game if you want it, you know? You can. It's literally a really good action-adventure game. It really is. It's really good. So, yeah, you make it what you want to. Stellar Blade 2 coming to various platforms, says Shift Up. So it might be coming to other places. And Stellar Blade 2 is also coming. Enough. The original Stellar Blade was on PlayStation 5 exclusive, only seeing a PC release earlier this year. As of now, no port of a title announced for Xbox Series X and S and Nintendo Switch 2. But it might. With Stellar Blade 2 now multi-platform, perhaps that means we can see Stellar Blade on other ones as well. Not exclusive. Please don't make these games exclusive. You're going to lose money. You're going to lose it. just put it on everything. Just do it. You're going to get your money back. Guarantee it's going to be a hit. Because Stellar Blade 1 was a hit. This one's going to be a hit too. Guarantee. Guarantee. That Shift Up has made some really good games that I've played. I like that Nikkei game. Even though people, oh, that's a Gooner game too. Like, no, I actually liked it. It's like a duck hunt game, but with like sexy androids, women in the game, and you pick which ones you want and stuff. It's pretty cool. It has some RPG, sort of RPG like elements to it, but yeah, it's one of those like, what is it, like gotcha games kind of deal. But yeah, I played a little bit. I liked it. It was fun, but I'd prefer Stellar Blade still, kind of deal. But it is a fun game. I give him that. It's a fun game. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, check this out, guys. I'm excited for this game. Exodus to reveal new trailer at the Game Awards. What? Yo.
Huh?
That's awesome. That sound, dude. People are sleeping on this game. I just have a feeling about this game. It's going to be like the next Mass Effect. Something about this game, what I saw has something special about it. I don't know what it is, but my gut feels like this could be something like a Expedition 33 where it just surprises you in how good it is, kind of deal, or like Arc Raiders or something. It's just like going to be like the new Mass Effect. A new trailer for Archetype Entertainment's Exodus is set to premiere at the Game Awards 2025. The sci-fi shooter title, done by the former Mass Effect team members, is expected to release in 2026, as well as old Naughty Dog employees, as well as the old BioWare Mass Effect team. So this is a great combination. The old Naughty Dog team, the old Mass Effect team coming together to make this game. Holy crap, this could be amazing. Revealed at the Game Awards 2023, Exodus is a first. It wasn't revealed at the Game Awards. They literally, I don't think it was. I'm trying to think. I don't remember it. I just remember the next day, they just posted on YouTube, and everyone's like, what is this? Because they didn't want to promote it on the Game Awards. But maybe now, maybe Jeff Keighley's like, oh, you guys should promote this. This is good. Maybe they're like, okay, we should do it. Exodus is the first for Hasbro. Exodus is a first for Hasbro. What? The toy company. The game follows a group of travelers who can travel through time within the Omega Centauri star cluster. It already boasts some incredible visuals and star power in Oscar-winning actors Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey's in this? Holy shit. I wonder what this is going to be like. While only bits and pieces of content have came out, it seems it's time for more to come, and sooner than later. Shit. It's crazy. So yeah, Exodus might be at the Game Awards. We're going to see another trailer, and hopefully it's a banger of a trailer. I'm excited about this game. I'm excited. I want to see more. I really do. I'm excited, though. For sure. All right. We're going through these fast, guys. Real fast. Did I skip one? No, I didn't. Okay. What should I go through first? Let's go through this. It's sort of a main topic, I would say. Let me see here real quick. All right. Found it. All right, so sort of a main topic. It was in the title. So this big new game, I don't know if you heard of it, it's a little game called Where Winds Meet. Yeah, it's a big game. It's a free-to-play game that just came out of China, and a lot of people are enjoying the game. You know, it's doing really well. Well, if you think microtransactions, since it's free-to-play, obviously, I'm okay. See, the problem is people are saying, oh, microtransactions not good. Now, when it's free-to-play and you can play the game through whatever you are from the beginning and buying stuff is optional, I think that's okay. That's fine. You know, buying is optional. You could still unlock everything by just grinding. Okay? I think that's good. That's fine. That's fine. Now, it could be a microtransaction, but it's your choice. That's the thing. It's your choice. Do you want to get this thing right now instead of later and not grind? Or do you want this new outfit or this new whatever kind of cosmetic right now? That's fine. So here is something. A player spent thousands of dollars on a rare Mirage boat in Where Winds Meet. And this is what it is. This is the boat, guys. This is that huge boat. That's limited, I think. Some people can grab it, but everyone's partying on the boat. The whole server's on this boat, pretty much. They're hanging out. You could do anything on this boat. You can customize. You could do literally anything on this boat. It's crazy what you can do. You know, this is like the best thing you can get in the game. It's the best thing you can get in the game. So, your question is, how you said $1,000 for this boat? Real money, right? Yes, real money. Probably there's also a credit system that you can probably transfer it. But how much do you think this would cost? Well, it's already in the thumbnail, but it's around like $40,000, give or take.
Holy shit.
Yeah. $40,000 for this boat. You know, this boat it's an in-game buy kind of deal. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy, guys. Honestly, I'm not even surprised. Counter-Strike has weapon skins that go far way more than that. Really, I didn't know that. That's crazy too. So how do you get on the boat? Question mark. See the previous details. Half for expensive 42K boat. So it's 42,000. That's crazy. People said it's a crazy boat, and it looks that way. Oh shit! So this is what it is. What is this? Reports are showing two players by the username Sai and Shuinan dropped a jaw-dropping 42,000 on the ultra-rare Mirage boat skin in Where Winds Meet video game, grinding through the gotcha's Mirage market until the hard pity kicked in after 170 plus paid pulls for those exclusive Mirage Tom pages. Unclear if it's legit pulls or paid for all the pulls, but crazy to see. Okay, so it is like Nikkei where you have to pull stuff out and you get credits. Okay. How fast they got it and how fast they grinded, I don't know if this is true or not. But if it is, that is insane, dude. That is just absolutely insane.
Oh my God!
It's absolutely insane. So, I don't know. The Celestial Immortal Flex is the ultimate whale badge, with Chinese players calculating the worst case RNG nightmare. Bits that exact price. Hope Sai and Xinuan screenshots shows it's worth the wallet weep. The set for report visual Skyman. Would you choose pixels this hard? Reply below. Would you for all the stuff you can do? So they posted it. To me they sound one of them sounds Chinese. Psy, that could also be Chinese, these two guys or girl. But I've heard also, I don't know if it's here, close look at the ship. That's the ship. I've heard also, I could be wrong, that there was Arabian people on the boat talking. There was just someone talking online. We're saying, I heard Arabian people talking in the chat. Kind of deal. So if that's true, I wouldn't be surprised it's just Saudi Arabians buying it. Because how rich they are, obviously. It's common sense. The Prince of Saudi Arabia probably bought it just to show off. Who knows? But good for him, I guess. But it seems like they're Chinese. I don't know. 42K for some fucking pixels is wild. I agree. But they said they grinded. So I don't know if that's true or not, or they actually paid for it. I don't know. It's like this, what you're gonna, with low GPU specs. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much the story of this. Hell nah. Fuck that. Do you think it's worth that much money? Yeah, you wouldn't see me for paying thousands of dollars for a game. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know. I don't know if it's legit or not, but there's rumors that, yeah, I think it was actually people that have cash pay this up front so they can have show off their what they got. And people were partying on it, kind of deal. But yeah, I don't understand. Like, I know there's been ones that have been like $1,000 and stuff, but 42,000, I don't know. Some people, like this guy said, Counter-Strike has more than that for skins. So I don't know. These are in crazy prices. Gaming is a very, very what is it? It's a very very, I can't even think about it. High hobby, I would say. Very, you need to have money for it. Obviously, it's a high hobby kind of deal, and it's getting more and more apparent. Now, is the game good? Probably. I've heard some good things. Maybe there's problems here and there, but I've heard good things about this game. It's just, yeah, I wouldn't spend that much money. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be this boat will give you everything you ever wanted, like a wish. What could it do? It literally, I'd rather get this boat in real life with that money instead of a digital thing, you know? Like, you can get a house. Well, you get a cheaper house. You could get a car. You could get something with that besides that. But if they just grinded for the credit system for this thing, good for them. Good for them. I don't know if it's worth it for the grind, but good for you, I guess. So I'm just amazed how crazy that was. That's just, you don't see that. You don't see that a lot. And I was super confused as well. But yeah. Let's get into this thing with Disney Star Wars melting down. There we go. I'm on Geeks and Gamers, and they got this article here with Leslie Headland labels YouTube Star Wars commentators fascists and racists.
That's racist!
While discussing why the Acolyte was canceled. What? Dude, this is just cope again. Cope after cope. Your show was dog shit. Let's be honest. It wasn't good. The Acolyte's not good. It's not even a good Star. It's not even good Star Wars. It's not good just in general in story. It's not good in most of the things. Let's be honest. It's not. The only reason people make fun of it. People are just making fun of it, guys. Leslie Headland, Harvey Weinstein's assistant. If you didn't know that, that's what she is. She's the creator of this Acolyte. And, yeah, it was just dog shit. People, it doesn't matter if you're a Star Wars fan or not. Most people didn't like this. The only people that liked it are the people that are hot for that dude. And some fanficky people. Because it's very fanfic, very weird storytelling. That's why I couldn't watch it. I had to watch it, other people watching it. Because I just couldn't. What I saw, it was so cringe. And the only reason people want a season 2 is YouTubers want to actually make content out of it. That's what it is. It's content farming. That's how bad it is that it's content farming. I can't even do that because I don't even give a shit about it. I want to talk about it because she's slandering just, is it every YouTube Star Wars commentator? Or just some, you know? Oh my God, this woman. In her first major interview since The Acolyte was canceled from Disney Plus, series, let me zoom in. Series creator Leslie Headland offered her most unfiltered remarks yet on the show's reception, the Star Wars YouTuber commentator world, and the circumstances behind the show's cancellation. Speaking with The Wrap, Headland altered between acknowledging creative criticism and sharpening, condemning portrayals of the Star Wars YouTube community, a community she claims to have followed, interacted with, and financially supported for years. Did she now? Or is she lying? I don't believe that. Maybe she did, and then she found out that they didn't like it. And then she's like, I'm done. I don't know. You could say this, but you couldn't say this. It's like, do I believe her? No. Is she dumb? Yes. Most people didn't like it. Just face the facts. Stop coping. It's not good. It's a not good adaptation of a Star Wars story. That's what it is. It's just not good. Doesn't matter what you do with it. It's not good. Doesn't matter if it's just bad writing, bad characters, bad storytelling. Everything about it is just not good. The Acolyte was always a major risk. Headland described The Acolyte as a unique creative challenge from the outset, unlike other Disney Plus Star Wars products. The series was set in the High Republic era with all new characters. And you pretty much put all these characters in a fanfic kind of style that doesn't contribute to the prequel Star Wars. It just makes everything just more confusing. Remember this character? Let me put him in this series right now. This character. Let's put him in here too. It just didn't make no sense. All new characters and none of the visuals, political elements associated with the Skywalker saga. Aside from Jedi, Coruscant, lightsabers, Yoda, Qui-Adi Mundi, and Yoda. Yeah. Yoda. Yep. Yeah, it wasn't good. It's not good. It was always a major risk, Headland said, because it's all new characters. It's all new timeline. It's an all new timeline. We don't have stormtroopers. We don't have the Empire. We don't have the political scaffolding that Tony Gilroy brilliantly exploited in Andor. Yeah, because Andor was just a better show. It had better. I'm just gonna say it. It felt more mature. The writing was a bit better. I mean, writing was so much more better, actually. It felt more mature. It felt more grounded in the Star Wars universe. But it just felt, still, I say today, it's the best thing Disney Plus has gone out, was Andor. I think it's the best. Now, season 2, I haven't watched yet, but season 1, I really enjoyed. I think it's even better than The Mandalorian. I think Mandalorian was a little overhyped. And I think Andor is the one that gets less of a look at. And Andor didn't have lightsabers, and it still was just better written. I liked the characters more for Andor. So even though I know where it leads to, it's still a better show. Even though I wish this show felt the same with Obi-Wan or Boba Fett or any of these other shows that came out. I wish it had the complexity and the great storytelling it has, like Andor. But all of them are just cheap shots. They don't feel good. They're not good Star Wars adaptations. They're not good. Andor was the only one that actually felt like a mature, kind of like a Blade Runner style with like the politicalness in it, while also being mature in what it's trying to tell. So it brings forward to Rogue One kind of style. It was just a better story altogether. Just the writing, the characters, everything just felt better about it. I was more intrigued about Andor. And now, Andor's not like a character anymore because Rogue One, obviously. I was like, oh shit, now I kind of am interested in Andor. And never really cared about him, Rogue One. And now it's like, he's actually now interesting, which I usually don't like to tell Disney this, but that was probably the best thing you've ever made in Lucasfilm. So yeah. We don't have that. We have the High Republic publishing initiative. Yes, but you could have done anything. You literally are setting it before the prequels. You are going back to the old Republic, the High Republic. You have stories that you can tell without using characters from that world. You really don't need to, You could tell your own story in the High Republic, but no, you have to have Qui-Gon Mundi. You had to have Plagueis. You had to have Yoda. You had to have all these characters. You have to, right? Jangling of the keys, right? We had the High Republic publishing, and then we had the prequels. Those were our two big references, specifically what it came out to lightsabers and how those fights would feel. It's always the lightsabers, right? We need to get lightsabers. That's how it sells, right? The lightsabers is what it sells. No. You're wrong. Completely wrong. You don't understand the concept of Star Wars. You really don't. If you think it's all about lightsabers, you're absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. That's not why people like Star Wars. She also acknowledged that viewers' criticism of the story and execution were legitimate. Any grips creatively with the show are completely valid, she said, but that admission was quietly swept away by what came next. Okay, that's fine, but she has to go on and she has to be social justice warrior, and let's see what happened. Although Headland stated she was not online during the height of the Acolyte discourse, she emphasized that she has long been part of the YouTube Star Wars commentator community. Has she now? I am a Star Wars fan. I am the fan of all Star Wars. True. That's what a fan would say. She insisted. You know, that's what I think it was her. It was one of them said, I'm a fan of all Star Wars. Star Wars. Despite once claiming the idea of a protagonist who came to view the Jedi as evil was somehow new and revolutionary to the saga, which means have always been since the launch of YouTube, part of the Star Wars recap, criticism, and localization fandom community. Oh my gosh. Headland said she was followed many of these creators for years and even supported some of them on financially. These guys I've known for years and years. She's told The Wrap, I supported them on Patreon. Did you now? What happened? It was within the context that she launched into the remarks, no dominating headlines. It's because maybe they spoke out and maybe they actually told their truth about what they felt and you didn't like it. So you stopped financially helping them, backing them up. I think that's what happened. And I've been saying this for a while. Star Wars needs Star Wars Theory. Straight up. Star Wars Theory should be the spokesperson for anything Lucasfilm Star Wars. Easily. He should be creating movies with the Star Wars or just shows on Disney Plus with Star Wars because he has a lot of fan stuff he does. But in general, the YouTuber Star Wars Theory, if you want to actually make a difference and make Star Wars great again, you get someone like Star Wars Theory. It's just the fact. You need the fans to actually make the content now. You don't need people that are fake. I don't know if she's actually likes Star Wars, but she says she likes all the Star Wars. The Star Wars. We don't need fakers no more. We just need passionate people that love what they do with the IP. They grew up with the IP. They know the IP. Sometimes they know the IP more than they know who created the IP. That's how passionate they are. I bet you Star Wars Theory knows more things than George Lucas now, you know? I have a little tea left still. Ginger tea. My voice is going away, but that's some ginger tea. Some good ginger tea. So, yeah. There are some of them that I respect, she said. And there are some of them that I think are absolutely snake oil salesmen, just opportunists. Then, of course, there are the fascists and racists.
That's racist!
So it runs a gamut. It isn't just one thing or the other. Yeah, it's just there are YouTubers out there, I agree, that are very manipulative and very say one thing and say other. They do that a lot. I know a lot of people like that have that. I just literally just go away from those people now. I don't even watch those people. I watch the people that are like authentic and real. And maybe sometimes they criticize real hard. Sometimes it's really brutal. The truth hurts. It does. And when you hear it, you're going to call it something you don't like. So if something you disagree with, you're going to accuse it now for fascist and racist because of that. Because something that doesn't align with your own IDs or criticism. You know, she's not really... I wish she would actually bring out which YouTubers and which are these people that are saying this and this. But it's always slander. It's always slander without no receipts. We don't know who these people are and why this and why that. It's so just generic. It's like, tell me then who it is. Who are those people? And who are the snake oil salesmen? Who are the fascists? Who are the racists? Who are these people? Who are these people? Because apparently you're just spilling out things that could be actually not true at all because of your not good show. According to her own framing, these labels were not directed at anonymous trolls, but identifiable members of the community. Okay. She claims to know personally, making the remark one of the most attention-grabbing elements of Ensure interview. But yeah, it just continues and continues. This show flopped so hard it's not getting another season, and it will never get another season. I know YouTubers out there are talking about, we want another season because they just want to make content on it. It's just content. They think it's funny, and they're going to laugh at it and all that. It's like, it is what it is. But Disney is crazy for this, especially Leslie Headland. You should probably actually respect the source material, but you literally went so far from what was Star Wars. Because it has lightsabers. Lightsabers are Star Wars, right? No, it's not. No, it's not. It helps, yeah. The lightsabers are a thing, yes. But it's not always about lightsabers. And that is what Andor did. And here we go. Andor budget higher than any Disney Star Wars movies.
Holy
there you go.
Shit.
So it's so high, the budget for Andor, that it's just huge. But the thing is, why is it so big? Why is Andor so big? I don't understand. The movies should be bigger, right? But why is it so high? Let's see why. If you thought Disney's Deadpool and Wolverine budget was nuts, yes, we're going to read that too, because Deadpool and Wolverine have like crazy numbers of how big that budget was. Just came out. All this is coming out right now. Wait until you hear how much money they put into Disney Plus TV show. They spent more on Andor than they did on any of the Star Wars movies. Disney spent $60.5 million per episode. Oh, holy shit, of Andor. The prequel to a prequel that sets up one of the main characters in Rogue One, a Star Wars story. The film that shows how the Death Star plans were stolen from the Empire and smuggled to Princess Leia before A New Hope. That's $705.5 million total, a number that eclipses the highest budget for Disney Star Wars film. The Force Awakens, 641 million 286,894. This tally is based on UK tax filings, as like many Disney products. Andor was filmed as the United Kingdom to take advantage of the 25.5% tax rebate, because that's why they don't want to get taxed too hard in their own country, so they go to overseas, which I think Disney is money laundering or something, because these are like crazy numbers. These financial statements were filed 5 months before the second season of Andor began airing on Disney Plus, so Forbes suspected a total budget is even higher. Holy shit. And budget is right word, as Forbes says that incredible amount of money is within the budget for the show. According to Disney, which released on these numbers, a large chunk of that went to the show staff, $85.5 million, which is the largest wage bill for any show or movie produced in the UK in the last 15 years. This is why, like, Andor's good and all, but it shouldn't be costing this much. Movies shouldn't be costing this much money at all. It's just a joke. It's like, why are you wasting so much money on this? I don't understand. You're never going to get your profits back. You're never going to get it because you're putting so much high into the element of it that it just won't work. That's insane, dude. And this is the same thing we can see with Deadpool and Wolverine budget revealed to be much higher than previously thought. Now, how much do you think this is going to be? Because this movie doesn't feel like it should be this high. Yeah, it has cameos and a lot of actors in it and stuff and, stuff like that. But it's not like an Endgame or Infinity War, Avengers style, Thanks to the British government, public records, we now have more accurate according to Deadpool and Wolverine budget, and it's massive Marvel, which box known as spending money like a drunken sailor. Yes, they are. For a fact, they are.
Holy shit.
According to Verity, Disney's Marvel initially claimed that the last big MCU hit cost $200 million to make and $100 million to market. Holy shit. But a piece of the fan reveals actual numbers based on the UK tax fillings through. Disney claimed that the rebate for filming in the country, the production cost the Deadpool and Wolverine total £418.1 million, which is $547.7 million. Whoa.
God damn.
Holy shit, dude.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
That is an awful lot of money for a movie that has basically two main characters and features no big alien invasion unless you count the Land of the Lost Fox Marvel characters that the Void became. That's insane. Not almost 600 million. Oh, it's still a lot. 500. And that's not even including marketing, right? And all that. Yeah. So it would be about probably 600 million. That's so much money for this movie. That's so much, dude. This is what I'm talking about. If this is this much, how much do you think is going to be, where is it? Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret War. How much do you think that's going to be? I think we're going to hit billion. $1 billion movie, guys. Let that sink in. $1 billion movie. You're never going to get that money back. Never. Dude, that's insane. What's with these fucking big budget? Where is this money going to? Is this all going $1 million to Robert Downey Jr.? Or what is going? Or not even $1 million. He's probably getting more than that. He's probably getting like 10 mil. I don't know. Like, where is this money distribution going to? Like, this is what I'm saying. This must be a money laundering scheme. It must be. Something is going on. How is it this much? Andor and Deadpool and Wolverine. That's crazy. So we had that. Star Wars, and then we had a little bit of Marvel in there. And Leslie Headland coping real hard about her Acolyte. It's crazy, dude. This is insane. Insane with that. All right, we have the last topic for today, guys, and I got to head out. We got to go through this Resident Evil Requiem interview because I have a lot to say. So this is an interview by Stevivor. What is this? Stevivor. I don't know how you say it. It's on here. And it says, Resident Evil Requiem interview, Leon is fake news, no demo, and how Outbreak fits in. Okay, that's a lot already there. So Leon right into it with Leon. So I think this guy gave him the hard-hitting answers about the game, and I don't know if they're gonna like it, Capcom, because he's a fan and he wants to know. So Masato Kamazawa, I'm gonna butcher this. Sorry, guys. Kumazawa breaks it all down. Resident Evil Requiem. This is gonna be a long one. Resident Evil Requiem is barreling towards in February 2026 release date, and Stevior was fortunate enough to sit down with the producer Masahito Kuzawa just last week to discuss the sequel, the franchise, and large at a number of lingering questions that have come about. Okay. In the interview presented in full below, Kawazawa-san calls specific leaks regarding Leon S. Kennedy fake news, speaks to how Resident Evil Outbreak and Outbreak File 2 fits into Requiem, and the franchise 30th anniversary celebrates, and why Requiem won't be offering up a public demo ahead of launch. I'm concerned about that demo. I'm concerned about this game in general, because the marketing for this game is super poor, super obscure, super just not telling you what is going on, which I think they want that to be a mystery, especially with the Resident Evil community. The fans are hyped for it, and they just don't want to show anything. It's like, it's super just wait and see, but it feels like they're hiding so much things of this game that it's going to be completely different when you play it. You know, kind of style. Could be good or could be bad. That's the problem. I'm concerned about that. But the marketing is absolutely atrocious. It's not good. Please note that Kurzaka response were delivered through an interpreter. Okay. So an interpreter. Okay. Steve Wright, Stevier, can be talk about Leon S. Kennedy's Leon S. Kennedy. His inclusion in Requiem has been rumored for or leaked to come time now. And then he said, producer of Resident Evil Requiem, apart from any official information of Capcom, has released. The rest is more detective work, the part of the player. So I would suggest to please not take everything in face value. Like I said, take everything with a grain of salt. Considering that now is the time when AI can be used to make video and photos, we don't know what's right or what's wrong. It's just that players are free to believe what they would like to believe. What I'd like to tell is that please, unless it's officially released from Capcom, we can't give you any confirmation. There has been a photo lately of Leon with an eye patch and just basically saying there's a DLC or a new costume for Leon. But just to make sure these are all fake news. There you go. So the one Portuguese one, Sony thing, that was faked. And the Leon with an eye patch, that was also faked. You know, AI or whatever it is. He just straight up said that. So, and if Leon's in the game, they pretty much, this still doesn't say that Leon's not in the game. It's just that there's a lot of fakery going around with Leon. He doesn't admit that Leon's in the game. My guess, I think Leon's in the game. I think he's in the game for sure. I understand that Grace was chosen as the protagonist for the vulnerability. Did the team draw inspiration for her from the likes of Claire Redfield or Rebecca Chambers? Or is she different or unique in personality? Good question. Let's see what he said. Because this is a new game, we were trying to get new types of horror. We thought that because Grace, being a little bit more scared than the other characters, wouldn't be able to give a new type of scare and experience when compared to the other characters like Claire and Rebecca. Then again, Rebecca and Claire were also new characters to a new franchise because Resident Evil 1, or Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil 1, and then Resident Evil 2 with Claire. After a while, when you got to know them, they started to get more... they still are scared all the time, but they felt more... what's the word I'm going to say? They felt more calm, more collective, and on point. They weren't scared and they were running around and whatever because they were new characters. Now, they're characters we know from many games now. This is Grace's first time. So she would be scared too in this moment. At the end of the game, they become like a hero-style character. They are not scared no more, and they go in guns blazing sometimes, or they actually have something to do, and they get smarter, and they understand what they need to do next kind of deal, you know? But yes, sort of like Claire and Rebecca, I would say. RE7 made the bold choice to go into first-person mode. And while Village retained that, it also later provided an option to play in third person, as well as Requiem from launch. Can you take me through Capcom's decision to first switch to first person and later to allow for the choice of that or third person? Good question. So what happened is that when we released the third person perspective in the Village, we had lots of feedback. Yeah, because I like my games better in third person. I'd like them actually with the fixed camera angles around and stuff, but I still want to see my character in third person. First person is all right, but I just prefer third person for me personally. So we had a lot more feedback than expected from the players. And what we thought is that when Requiem, I thought to myself, well, I want to let the players choose which one they prefer. That was it. So they can enjoy the game in their own way, that way that they like. Yeah, because I saw some cutscenes that were in first person and some were third person. I'd rather just see... It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work on yourself to do third and first, I think, for sure. But hopefully they can make it work. I want this to be good. I want this to be good, but I've been surprised in areas where I'm like, oh, I didn't like how that went. You know, kind of deal with the newer Resident Evils, like 7 and 8. It's fine, but it's nothing like compared to what the older games were. I don't know. Something's missing. One of the most important piece of feedback that we've got from RE7 was that the game was a little bit too scary. So I thought in order to lessen the experience, we added the option for having a third-person perspective to sort of ease the horror. Yes, it's still... Okay. I hate this because people are scared of Resident Evil 7. Yeah, it is scary. But guess what? It's a horror game. You're supposed to be scared. Like, how is this a concept that you don't understand? Now, if you make it third person, yes, it does take away a little bit of the scare factor. But let's be honest, in third person, you could still get scared. You know? There are ways where you still get scared in third person. You know? First person, more likely, but third person, still you could be scared. It depends on the surroundings, the music, the shriek when you hear the noise pitch come out at you. You know, sometimes with those jump scares, or just the eerie vibe of it, you could still be scared. You know. But that's dumb. That's a dumb thing to do. It's like, oh, we're gonna lessen the horror. No, don't lessen the horror. Make it scarier. Do it. What mode, first or third person, do you prefer and why? That's awesome. He's asking him a question, what most players would say. I prefer the third person perspective, but this is more because I can see the character and I can see what the character is seeing and feel how the character is feeling as well. We can both feel the same emotion. I'm completely the same. I'd rather see third person too. By the way, the director, Koshi Nakanishi, prefers the first person perspective, but that's for him to immerse himself. So by having both, I like how players can enjoy both perspectives. Fair enough. I'm 43, so I grew up on the original RE trilogy alongside Outbreak and File 2, and I am very familiar with both Raccoon City and Alyssa Ashcroft. However, those who've got to know Raccoon City through RE2 and RE3 remakes might be familiar with Alyssa, might not be familiar with Alyssa, even though she was referred in Resident Evil 7. How important is a knowledge of Outbreak in this game? Good question. Damn, that's an OG right here. Well, I just want to say not at all, of course, because they want new people to pull in with this game, but they're going to try to please the older fans too, pretty much. We make sure that players who didn't play Outbreak and players who have played Outbreak will both be able to enjoy as much as they can. That's good. I still would please more of the old Resident Evil fans. That's just me, though, instead of newcomers. Because newcomers that play this game will be interested to go back and learn about the story arc. They will be. If they like this game and this is their first game and they enjoy it and they go back, they're still going to enjoy the other one. So I don't know why this thing where we got to get new people to play the game and forget about the old generation of people that started Resident Evil. Like, no. I think it's better to get your old fans here to build up a fan base for that. And now the fan base is split with the Resident Evil community. It's because you have the OG fans, you have the action fans, which is like the OG fans 1, 2, 3. You could put Code Veronica or Resident Evil 0 in there. And then you have 4, 5, and 6. And then you have the new ones, which is 7, 8, and now 9 coming out. So there's 3 different generations there, you know? And it splits the community, and it does more harm than good, I think, but whatever. And then you have the remakes, of course. I think that's a separate thing too. The reason why we chose Alyssa was just because she was just a victim of Raccoon City incident. She had a clear aim, a clear motive, so she was very just easy to introduce in the scenario. I think it's also, like, I read things about it where this game was supposed to be a multiplayer game, Resident Evil 9. It was its own multiplayer, and if I think about it, they had the model for Alyssa Ashcroft, and then they changed it to like a single player game or whatever. I think this was supposed to be like a new Outbreak or some sort of game like that, and they wanted to use Alyssa in it, so they're like, "Oh shoot, we have this model of Alyssa already, and everything's done. Let's make this a single player story with Alyssa and her daughter, kind of deal, you know?" I think that's what was going on. I think they were trying to do an Outbreak game, and they said, let's just do the 9th Resident Evil game. Well, technically, it's not the 9th. It's like the 11th, I would say. If you're checking mainline story, and then there's also Revelations, and then you count Code Veronica and 0. Yeah, I think it's like 11 or 12. But yeah, that's just what my speculation, that this was an Outbreak game, and then they just took a lot of the concepts and made something else with it, you know? Because they're going back to Raccoon City, too. That sounds like an Outbreak game. And then you have Alyssa Ashcroft with her daughter. It just sounds like an Outbreak game. And on that, how important are Outbreak and File 2 in the larger celebration of Resident Evil's 30th anniversary? I mean, first of all, I just wanted to say, as the first online title, these are important parts of the Resident Evil history and also the story involved in those games. They're very important. We treasure them very much. It's a very important part of the franchise. Well, now it's very important. Now, Outbreak and File 2 are canon. That's what he's pretty much saying. They're canon, they were a spin-off originally, and they didn't make that much money. It's only later a lot of Resident Evil fans went back and played it, kind of deal. It wasn't that big when it first came out. It was ahead of its time. But if you did an Outbreak today, I think it would do really well. But yeah. So they like Outbreak. There you go. Returning to Raccoon City is huge for long-time fans. I considered Raccoon City as much of a character as Leon and Claire. How did you team approach this reunion? It's lots of pressure to revisit a location from 26 or 20 years ago. For most of us, actually, we wanted to know what actually happened to Raccoon City as well. So it's an honor to be making and creating this story of the city. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of, like we said, there's going to be a lot of character cameos and stuff in this. You'll see. RE7 beginning our demo was a game changer. As a lifelong fan, I was amazed that I got to jump in and see what I could expect from the next big release. But in a way that was unique and different than just a sleek slice from the game itself. Can we expect something similar for Requiem? So in terms of demo play, we actually have no plan for the general public at the stage. None at all. We just wanted to focus on finishing off the game. That's crazy. That pissed a lot of people off because they could have one, but they won't. And the reason why, I think the reason why that is because data leakers, when the demo comes out, they don't want any to be leaked before the game comes out. So it's better for the game to come out and then a demo kind of style. That's what I think they want to do. But Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8 didn't get leaked with data mining. So there was none of that because the demos are built differently than the main game. It's a different kind of game than the main game. So this pretty much doesn't make no sense. This pissed a lot of Resident Evil fans about this no demo thing. This could be a backlash, and if people say something more about it, I think they're going to reconsider and actually have a public demo, which I think will happen. At the moment, they say they don't have one, kind of deal. They're not going to do it to the public. But I think they will. I think this is just HR speak kind of deal where it's like, no, we don't have it. But they don't even say at the moment. It's just, we don't have it. That's it. But who knows? Who knows with that one? One development team is just doing its best to make sure that it's creating the best quality game to make sure that it's a fine product. Our thanks to Kumazawa-san and his interpreter for their time. We also extended a big thanks to 5-Star Games Michael Foley. Okay. So that was it for the interview. yeah, so Outbreak is important, but not for newcomers. It's just pretty much probably going to have flashbacks and stuff. So letters to get you ready for what is to come. Just talking points about grace, and stuff like that. I think the demo and the fake news about Leon stuff, but Leon's still coming. I think Leon is still coming. I just have a feeling he's still coming. I don't care. People are like, nah, he's not coming. Nah, it's like, yeah, take the word with a grain of salt, but to be honest, all the things about Leon, I think he's coming. I think he is. But Outbreak is cool. A lot of probably cameos stuff will be happening with Outbreak, but no demo. That one's a little disappointing. That's a little disappointing. I think it would have been pretty interesting to see what's up with that demo. See how that monster creature comes after you. It doesn't even have to be that demo. It could be like some sort of new demo, kind of deal. Maybe one with that, and then the other one be like an action-orientated one. Like something like that would have been cool, but nah. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. The marketing for this game is atrocious. It's all over the place. It's so secrecy. There's so many secrets. There's so much. No one. It's the least hyped I've been for a Resident Evil game. Like, I was hyped when it was announced, yes, but the more and more they show nothing about this game, and it has no really speculation that much about it, it just feels meh. It might be good when it comes out. It might be phenomenal. It's just from all the trailers and everything we've seen, it's just, I don't know. It doesn't feel like the Resident Evil I remember style. I know it has the Resident Evil style, like the creepiness of it and everything. It's just something's different about it. And I don't like really where they're going with it too much. I know like Lady D, they had the problem with Lady D. They showed too much of it. And like not even half of the game was the Lady D part in Resident Evil 8 Village. And people were pissed because they couldn't have their mama. Their big mama, vampire lady, and yeah, it's just pissed people. But yeah, so they're trying to have some more secrets now and not let it all out. When in other games, like the remakes have trailers, they just show everything because you've played the game before. This is a brand new game. So you don't know what's going to happen, what's going to... my guess, they're going to have something at the Game Awards, and it's going to have something at the end, and it's going to be Leon. At the end, it's like, say you called someone or something. He's going to say something like, did you call? And then Leon's there, and he looks back or something. You're going to see that, and people are going to be popping off. Yeah, it's going to happen. If it's Jill and Leon, that would be also pretty sick. Not going to lie. I always wanted Leon and Jill to be in a game together so you can play with them in the game. I think that would have been a cool, because they never had it besides Death Island. They had interaction with them. And I think Leon and Jill, probably the most wanted characters to be in a game together, like partners. For that area would be cool, but we'll see. We'll see when this comes out. More news will be coming with Resident Evil. I'll keep you guys updated with that. For sure. For sure. And I think that's it for today, guys. I think that's all it. We went through all of the topics, guys. It was crazy. Let me see how we're doing with the stream. We're doing good. All right. So, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you, everyone, for watching, lurking. Like the stream again, guys, before we leave. Like the stream. Sub if you're new here, if you like what I do. I appreciate all of you guys. Come by. I'll be back next week. I'll let you guys know in the posts. Have a wonderful... what am I saying? Happy Thanksgiving to you guys all. Hope you have a good one. Hope you guys eat up, get some good food, and be thankful for what you have. You know, kind of deal. Because it's Thanksgiving. You have to be thankful for what you have, what you're going to have for the future to come, and all that. And, you know, hang out with your loved ones. Go out, do something. You know, kind of deal. Be happy. Kind of deal. But yeah, we went through a lot today, a lot of topics here, guys. But I appreciate you guys for coming, lurking, whatever. And yeah, I think we are on the 2-hour mark now. Yeah, we are. So let's head out. I appreciate all of you once again, and I'll see you guys. Sorry, guys. I'm losing my voice. I'll see you guys in the next one, guys. Or what am I talking? I see you guys in the next one. Have a good one, all. Happy Thanksgiving, all.
Are you not entertained?